And welcome back to another edition of the Sports Block. We are bringing you our fourth round matchup featuring the Middle Creek Mustangs taking on the Greensboro Page Pirates. It's going to be a good one here. We're bringing you a one-man show, and we've got Page coming in here at 12-2, coming off a big win last week against Richmond County, and Middle Creek is coming in off a big win at home against Fuquay, winning 42-7, as their perfect season is still on the line. And we've got the Middle Creek Mustangs coming out now, and we got the fireworks going up. It should be a good one. And also coming into this matchup, we've got Dominic Schaffner. We got stats from last week's game for Middle Creek. We got Dominic Schaffner, who went 12 for 14, 120 yards passing and 2 TDs. And also he's had 14 carries on the ground for 56 yards and 3 touchdowns, accounting for 5 of the 7 touchdowns that Middle Creek had against Fuquay. This defense is going to be stifling. It's going to be a great game. Page is coming in here doing a great job against Richmond County, as they have a very big receiver who is 6'6", 200 pounds. His name is DeAndre Overton, and the feature matchup tonight is going to be DeAndre Overton going up against our wonderful star in Juby Spencer, who should look to have a great night tonight. And also to add on to those stats, we had DeAndre Jones, who came in, who had 30 carries for 147 yards. And he is our running back who has had 3 straight 100-yard rushing games. He's at 100-plus rushing yards in every game in the playoffs this season. And coming into this matchup, it's a battle of the offense and the Middle Creek offense against the battle of the Middle Creek offense against the Page defense, because Middle Creek is coming into this game having 43 points, averaging 43 points, and the Pirates defense is giving up 24 points. So it should look to be a great matchup, as the Middle Creek defense is only giving up 11 points. So it's going to look to be a good one here, as we're going to get ready for the coin toss. Got our captains here tonight. Getting set for the coin toss here. Page has won the toss, and they have deferred. And Middle Creek will receive. Middle Creek will receive the ball first, as Page won the toss, but they are deferred, and they will put their defense out on the field first. This should look to be a great matchup, because we got just about 3 minutes left before we get this game kicked off. And also, to add into this game, the winner of this game will be going to the state championship at Carter Finley Stadium next Saturday at 12:05, and they will be playing the winner of tonight's other game in the 4AA playoffs. It'd be Mallet Creek, the 6th seed, taking on the number 1 seed East Forsyth Eagles, and it's going to be a good matchup there. And another amazing stat here is that both number 1 seeds are the underdogs coming into this game, which is very odd for the 4AA playoffs. It's going to be a great matchup. We got Middle Creek, who's coming out now, getting ready to send their offense out onto the field. And Mallet Creek, who is playing East Forsyth tonight, are the defending state champions, and they look to make it back there again to defend their title. And Middle Creek is going to want to be there. Been a while since they've been to the state championship, but they're going to get ready here. And they're going to be in for a big night tonight. They're going to be in for one. It's going to be one of their biggest games of the year, taking on Page, who has a tall team. This is going to be good. So we get set for kickoff. We got Harrison Kaiser. It was going to get kicking off. And we got Shamon Hickson, Jonathan Spencer back to return. We're going to see what this Pirates defense is all about to begin the game. As the kickers get set, as we see that the Page Pirates are wearing their all red uniforms tonight, and Middle Creek, who has come in at a blackout, they're getting ready tonight. Page is the favorite here tonight. And my pick is going to be Middle Creek. And I think the Middle Creek defense is going to put up a big, it's going to be big tonight. They're going to come up big, and the key for the Middle Creek offense is not to turn the ball over. Turning the ball over will lead to key possessions for Page, and Page is going to want that, but Middle Creek is going to not want to give that to them. So Dominic Schaff is going to have to take care of the ball after giving the ball away twice in last week's home game. And also this is the last home game of the playoffs for Middle Creek, as they've had home field advantage throughout all of the playoffs. And Riders Kaiser is getting ready to kick it. We've got a full crowd out here tonight. And Kaiser is going to get the kick, and it's up. And it's going to be short. And it's going to take a bounce. Jonathan Spitzer, he touches it, and he's going to pick it up. He's going to take it from his own 5. He's going to try to cut back across field, and he's stopped right before he gets to the 5-yard line. So they're going to take Middle Creek's offense is going to be in deep in their own territory to start the game. Schaffner is coming into this game after having a big game last week, accounting for 6 of the 7 touchdowns that Middle Creek put up on the board as they won that game last week against Fuquay 42-7. Having 5 total touchdowns, 2 passing, and including 3 rushing for 56 yards. And Schaffner's going to drop back. He's going to run that quick screen, and that's stopped right there by DeAndre Overton. And he's going to be down. This is going to be a 4-yard loss there. He's going to start, and now he's going to be at the 1. Not a good play to start or near your own end zone. Riley Ferguson also accounting for 2 touchdowns last week, having a receiving touchdown. And Dominic Schaffner throws a pick to DeAndre Overton, and he's right there. Now he's in prime position. He set the Page Pirates up for great field position right inside Middle Creek territory, as Schaffner starting this game off not the way he wanted to, throwing a direct pick to DeAndre Overton, who also is playing defense. And he's going to go right back out there for offense. As you hear the Creek crazies, they're going to get loud. Jones in the back, gun formation. They're going to hand it off. And he's going to get to about the 5-yard line. That's Javon Leakin on the carry. Chionsky in on the tackle. Only a minute into this game, and the Middle Creek Mustangs have already turned the ball over. We've got 2nd and 5. Jones in the shotgun formation, trip set to the right. They're going to hand it off to Leak again. He's going to cut inside for the touchdown. As Page strikes first off of a Dominic Schaffner interception from DeAndre Overton. Bad start by the Mustangs. They're going to have to regroup from that, as now Page is going up early. Kaiser up for the extra point. Hyde on the hold. Kaiser with the kick, gets up, and it's good. As now Page has gone up 7-0, and we'll be right back with the Sports Block. back as Page is coming off of a quick score at the DeAndre Overton interception that set them up at the 10-yard line. And Kaiser in for the kick. And this one's going to be deeper than the last one as Shamon Hicks is going to take it back this time. He's going to cut across field. He's going to cut up the middle. He's going to almost break a tackle as he gets to the 30-yard line. And now they got better field position to start with after that low kickoff. And they went back for about 10 yards. As they're going to start from now their own 32-yard line. They're going to start from their own 32. Decent field position. Fogg in at running back. We got a double receiver set. Spencer and Hicks in on the right. He's gonna look. He's gonna look to Fredrickson, who gets the completion, and he's gonna get. He's gonna be about a yard short. As that's Fredrickson in on his first catch. It's gonna be his first reception for about a 9. As you got Matt Schmidt and Derek Young on the left side. Fogg still in the backfield. They're going to hand off to Fogg one time, and he's going to get the first down. Going to get about 2 yards there. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 43. And the matchup of the night for the Page Pirates and the Middle Creek Mustangs is going to be DeAndre Overton on Jonathan Spencer, the feature matchup tonight. And Schaffner is going to want to look to go to Spencer, but if it's not working, he's going to have to find his other receivers. And Fogg, he gets up the middle for about 3. He gets to about the 46-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Fogg still in there running back. Quad set. And they're going to call a false start here. It's going to be a false start call. We're going to get the call from our head referee, Steve Barnes. It's going to be a false start. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be 2nd and 12 now. And he goes across the middle to Riley Fredrickson, and he makes one miss. And he's going to get to the other side of the field, and he's going to get to the 32-yard line. Riley Fredrickson cuts across the middle. He's got his 2nd catch. Now they got their 2nd straight first down. That's a great way to get into the Page territory. That's a great way to bounce back from that first possession. Now Schaffner, he's going to hand it off to Fogg. He's going to fake it. No, and he finds Matt Schmidt. Matt Schmidt's going to try to get to the first down. He's going to be about 2 yards short. Now it's going to be 2nd and 2. It's going to be 2nd and 2, and they're going to be close to the 20. They get to him at about the 22-yard line. As Dre Jones is a question coming into this game, but he will play tonight, as we are going to see Fogg, who's going to get a majority of the carries tonight. And they're going to hand it, and he fakes it to Fogg, and he dodges out of a sack, and he throws it. He throws another pick, and it's Overton again with the interception as Dominic Schaffner is making bad decisions at quarterback. He couldn't find a receiver. He just throws it up, and Overton is there again as the Mustangs were they were driving. They were getting into Page territory. They were almost at the red zone, and Dominic Schaffner turns it over again as that's his 18th interception on the year. And Jones is back in. He's going to go to Leak, and he cuts back cross field, and he's going to be stopped for about 2. He about 2 before he stopped as Leak is in there on the catch. Offense not looking too well as they looked good for the moment until that turnover. Now it's the 2nd turnover of this game, and DeAndre Overton has already been a factor as he's been a factor on defense. Now we're going to see what he can do on offense, as I'm pretty sure Jones is going to go to him. As he's looking, he's going to roll out right. He can't find any receiver. He's just going to have to run it, and he's going to get about 2, maybe 3. It's going to be about it's going to be about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. And they're on their own 26-yard line now. The defense trying to get in. Page is going to have to convert here as they hand it off to Leak, and Leak cannot find a hole as he stopped right at the line. He's going to get maybe a yard, if that. Now 4th and 7. It's going to be go for no gain. Now the defense gets a big stop there. As now the Middle Creek offense is going to have to regroup from their second turnover. Spencer back to return. Kaiser is the kicker. He's going to punt this ball away. With 1 on the play clock, they just get the ball off. And it's going to be a deep kick, and Spencer muffs the punt. And it's still loose, but Spencer's able to get back on it. But no, it's rolling around. And it's Page's ball. As Spencer muffs the punt and gives Page great field position once again. The Mustangs not coming out to play like we expect them to. But now that's the 3rd straight turnover. That's now the defense who's just got a big stop. Now they're right back out on the field. Key mistakes from the Mustangs. And we barely made it out of the blocks of the first quarter, and we've already got 3 turnovers from the Mustangs. Now let's see if the Page Pirates can capitalize now. They're going to toss it to Leak as Leak comes up the middle, and he's going to go down the field, and it's gone for a touchdown. As Leak has a 2nd touchdown of the game. Now the Page Pirates were nearly close to going up 14-0 off of 3 turnovers. That's their 2nd touchdown off of 3 turnovers. Now they got 14 points. Kaiser in on the extra point and Hyde for the hold. Middle Creek's going to have to get it together if they want to stay in this game. And there and it's up and it's good. As we got 7:14 to go and Page is up 14-0. We'll be right back with the switch block. Welcome back as Page has scored once again off a Middle Creek turnover, making it 14 total points off of 3 turnovers by the Middle Creek Mustangs. Dominic Schaffner has already had 2 interceptions, and Jonathan Spencer muffed a punt, which set the Page Pirates up in Middle Creek territory on the middle 33-yard line, and Javon Leak with a 33-yard score. And East Forsyth leads Mallow Creek by 1 touchdown as they go up 7-0. And Kaiser with the kick, and that one's going to go deep. As Shamon Hicks is going to take it from his own 7. He's going to cut back upfield. He's going to cut across field. He breaks out of a tackle. He makes one miss, and he's going to keep it going. He's going to get to about the 40-yard line. And that's a big run by the Mustangs. Shamon Hicks finding the open space. Tisdale in on a tackle. As now Middle Creek in great field position once again, gets past the 40-yard line. They're going to be set up at about the 42. Best field position start all night. Quad set. Fredrickson and Spencer to the right. And they're going to bring the blitz with Fogg. It's going to get about a few yards there. It's going to get about 4. It's going to be about 2nd and 6. As Fogg subs out, and Jones has subbed in for the 2nd time in the game, and he's going to get his first carry tonight. And he breaks each at the tackle. He's going to get about maybe 2 yards. 32 in on the tackle. Going to be 3rd and about 4. About 3rd and 5. On the 48-yard line now. Yeah, 3rd and 4. And Middle Creek is going to have to take a quick timeout. And we'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back as Mustangs took a quick timeout. Looked to be a little bit of confusion. Schaffner taking it from the gun. Jones back in there running back. Spencer looks to have a little bit of an advantage here in the matchup here. He's got number 26 on him. A little bit of a height advantage. That's Gafford. Double receiver set on both sides. Schmidt and Young lined up to the left. And they're going to go deep here as Schaffner is going to have to get out of the pocket. But he fumbles. And he's going to get out the box. He gets about maybe 2 as they're going to look to probably stay on the field here. As now it's going to be about 4th and maybe 2. Nope, and they're going to change Coach Ragland changes his mind, and they're going to punt the ball away. As this is the first punt we've seen from Middle Creek in a long while. Hunter Grizel in on the punt. Nearly blocked, and that's going to be a deep punt, and that's going to take Middle Creek bounce there, and it's going to roll to about the 4-yard line. Great punt by Hunter Grizel as he gives the little golf swing motion. About 5:19 to go here in the first quarter. Page leads by 14. Page now, they're starting in a tough field position. They've got tough field position to work with now. Taking it from their own 4-yard line. Jones in. Leak lined up to the right, and they hand out to Leak. They fake it. He fakes the Leak, and he's going to probably try to get a yard. Probably going to get 1. It's going to be about 2nd and maybe 9. As Apex leads carry at 29-27 at half in basketball. The Carry Imps, who are undefeated, 5-0 in men's basketball now. Looking to make it 6. 2nd and 6. Correction. 4:42 to go, and they're going to hand it off to Leak, and he's going to be stopped right before he can get about maybe a yard. It's going to be 3rd and about 5. They're now on their own 10. At the 9. Yeah, they're at the 10-yard line. Substitution here, number 80. Ellis, the second, subbing in now. So we got our trip set to the left. Leak lined up to the left as he cuts, and they're going to throw a flag. As it's going to be a false start. It's going to be, as we're going to hear from Steve Barnes. Yeah, it's going to be a false start against Page, and now it's going to be a half a distance to the goal. And now we go from a 3rd and about 4 to now maybe about 3rd and 6, depending on where the ball is spotted. We got exactly 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And waiting on the spot. Double receiver set on both sides. As the ball will be spotted at the 5 now. So 5-yard penalty is going to be 3rd and 9. As now they fake it. They're going to try to go across the middle. And he can't find anybody as he's trying to wiggle around the pocket. And he finds Overton across the middle. And that's going to be a first down. As they gave up a little too much space there as they had Jones moving around in the pocket to try to extend the play. And he did a great job by finding Overton. The pressure is starting to set in, but he's able to get out of there. As now we're going to go double set. Leak lined up to the left. 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off to Leak, and he's going to get about maybe 2. So we got about 3.5 minutes to go. And they're going to come back out. And we've got Payson and Overton to the left. Ellis and number 85 to the right. And they're going to fake it to Leak as they got a lot. And that's going to go right downfield as this is going to be an incomplete pass. And no flag on the play, but now it's going to be 3rd and 7 from their own 22. Jones just throws it up there. The Leak lined up to the left again. 85 out to the far right. Faison, Ellis, and Overton to the left. He's going to roll out. They're going to run slants here. He's looking for Overton, but he can't find anybody. He can't find him, and Jones is going to have to get out the pocket, and he's just short of the first down. He's going to get about a 5-yard gain. That's going to be about 4th and 2 now. And Page is going to send out the punt team. Fourth and 1, correction. And they're going to look to watch for the fake. 2:52 go here in the first. Page still leads 14-0. They're going to punt it away. And Spencer's just going to let it bounce. And it's going to roll to about the 24-yard line. So a little bit of a decent field position for Middle Creek. And now they're going to try to come back on the field and score quickly before this first quarter ends. Schaffner's going to have to really get himself together here after throwing 2 interceptions and the special teams unit having a fumble by Jonathan Spencer. He's going to really want to get himself together here, and Jones is back in as they hand it off to Jones, and he can't get out of there. He's going to be stuffed right at the line. He's luckily going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and about 10. We got Tavian McQueen in at receiver on the far right. We got Fredrickson, Rye Jolson, and Derek Young on the far right. And Schaffner is going to keep him himself. And he's going to get about 3 here. It's going to be about 3rd and 8. 3rd and 9, correction. Middle Creek looking that they can't get out of the blocks here yet. Waiting the warm-up. Trying to get warmed up out there. As Page jumps a little bit. As he sends Jones in motion. And Jones is going to, and Schaffner didn't see number 8. Did not see Diarasaruba, who's in on the sack. And Schaffner not looking at all times, and the offensive line gives up a big sack there that sends them back. And that's going to be a short punt, and it's going to go past the 50. And Page is going to start with a good field position here, as they're going to start at about their own 41-yard line, 42. We've got 57 seconds left. East Forsyth leads Mallet Creek 14-7. Bit of an update there for you. Page is going to probably get about a couple more plays in before the quarter ends, as they've had a superb quarter so far, leading 14-0. After capitalizing twice on 3 Middle Creek turnovers. As Overton is on the far left. Leak lined up next to him. He stopped. Leak spins out of a tackle, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Weinberg just misses it. Weinberg gets in on a tackle, but looked to have been Singleton in there, and he's going to get maybe a yard. They're going to get about 2nd and 10. It's about 2nd and 9. 20 seconds left here to go. Over the middle to Overton. And Spencer gets in on the tackle. There's a fumble. And no, but the ref is going to rule him down. As the ref is going to rule Overton down. 5.1 seconds to go here in the first. As now they're just going to let the clock run, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter, as the Greensboro Page Pirates lead 14-0 going into at the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back as we get ready to start the second quarter here. Page leading 14-0. Middle Creek almost having a turnover before the break, but DeAndre Overton was ruled down. There's a little bit of confusion with the coaches. As Leak is lined up to the right of Jones. 1st and 10. Jones tosses it to Leak, and Leak cuts upfield, and he's going to be short of the first down. And there's a late flag on the play. Might be holding, and this one's probably going to come back. And there's a holding call as our head referee, Steve Barnes, gets it in there. And that's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and now it's going to be 2nd and 20. 1st and 20.
Mr. Clock Pacer, put 12 minutes on the game clock.
And as we're going to get a clock change here.
I'm sorry, 11:52.
As now Page is taking it from their own 41. As that penalty sent them back an extra 10 yards. Now we're going to start again with 1st and 20. As they're going to try to bring the blitz. And Overton's going to come back across field, and he's going to go backwards for more yards. And he's going to lose about 3 there. Overton was in on the catch, and he's going to go back for about an extra 3 yards. Now it's going to be 2nd. It's going to be 2nd at about 23. 24. Correction, 2nd at 24. There's Jones is back out on the field. We got Ellis the second on the far right. Overton in the slot. They're going to hand it out to Leak. He's going to cut back across the field, and he's stopped right before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 24 now. Yeah, loss of 7 on the play, correction. 3rd and 31 now. Overton now on the far right. They're going to hand it off to Leak, and Leak's going to find some space as there was going to be a holding, but it cut him off. He cut off Leak, and Leak was stopped just short before he can get to the 40-yard line. And he gains about 3 there. It's going to be now about 4th and 28. Spencer back deep at the Middle Creek 30-yard line. Late substitution. As there is a early flag here. Page is going to back up even more. Steve Barnes in with the call, and it's going to be a false start. Backs them up another 5 yards. Now it's going to be 4th and 30. Juby Spencer taking it from, now he's back deep at the 35. As that bounces, and he's not going to touch it. It's going to roll out of bounds at about the 31-yard line where they're going to spot this. They're going to spot this on the right hash. Going to spot this on the right hash at about the 31. 1st and 10. On the left hash. As Middle Creek is still scoreless. And Schaffner hands off to DeAndre Jones. And he breaks a tackle. He cuts upfield, and he's going to get the first down. great run by Jones as he's got a 11-yard gain there. Schaffner back in the gun again. As Jones is stopped right there as they try to run a zone run. Can't get there. And he's going to lose about 3. It's going to be about 2nd and 13 now. Second and 12, correction. As they fake it, Jones, as Schaffner made a bad decision there. He should have handed it off to Jones, but he kept it for his own read. And now it's going to be 3rd and long. It's going to be 3rd and about 3rd and 12. No gain. I think they're making it to where they want to pass the ball on 3rd down. That's Schmidt. Schmidt on the far right. And there's going to be a flag there. There's going to be offsides. Neutral zone infraction there by number 3. Offside by Tisdale. It's going to be an extra 5. Now it's going to be 3rd and 7. Fredrickson on the far right, on the far left. Schaffner throws it across, and he throws a bit of a bad pass there as it was tipped by Overton. And the Middle Creek offense is going to come out the field again. It's going to be a 4th down now, 4th and 7. Offense hasn't looked so good yet. Trying to put together one good drive is Hunter Grizel. He's back up for the kick. It's going to be a low kick. And it's it touched. And nope, it's gonna stay Page's ball as it looked to have touched a Middle Creek player, a Page Pirate player. But it was down at the 18. Now we got Herring going to the far right, the far left. He's gonna hand it off to Leak, and Leak is gonna get about. And the ball comes out, and it looked to, and Page recovers it. Weinberg in on the tackle. As now it's gonna be about 2nd and 7. On the Page 22 now. Overton on the far right. And he throws it across the middle to Ellis the second. As that's a great catch by Ellis the second. Great pass, even better pass by Jones. And now that's going to be a Pirate 1st down. Great slant route there. And Jones puts the ball where it needs to be, where it needed to be. A little bit of a zone here. They're going to fake it, and now they hand it off to Leak, and Leak's going to get about 5. It's going to be about 2nd and 4. About a 6-yard gain there. Jones setting the offense again. Overton to the far left. Herring now lined up against Overton. They're going to run a quick slant route here. And he can't find anybody as George Myers in on the pressure. And he throws it across field, and he still gets the completion for the first down. And it's to Overton again, and he cuts across field, and he stopped before he can get to the 35-yard line. The Middle Creek defense is having a tough time in the pass defense. It's Overton is finding ways to get open, and Jones is finding him in the open areas. As now they're lined up on the 37. They're going to toss it to Leak. Leak's going to go far left, and ooh, that's a big tackle there. Good tackle by Jonathan Spencer. And it's going to be about a 3-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Ball near the 35-yard line. Starts the player, and Page making some substitutions.
We have a lost child, Ty Jones. Ty Jones, please meet your father at the front gate. Ty Jones, please meet your father at the front gate.
And now Overton in the slot as they hand it off to Leak again, and Leak is going to get another 3-yard gain there. It's going to be 3rd and about 4. It's going to be about 4-yard gain, 3rd and 4. Got a ball to the Middle Creek 31. Eyeing the red zone is the Pirates. Overton lined up to the far right. And they fake the rollout as George Myers is pushed to the side and is caught. But Miles facing, and there is a flag, a late flag on the play. Side judge threw the flag. As now Carey is leading Apex 57-43 in the 4th in their men's basketball game. As the refs are having a conversation. And the flag is waved off as there was no penalty on the play. So it still will remain a first down to about the 20-yard line. It's different, yeah. East Forsyth still leading Mallard Creek 14-7 in the 2nd. And Leak is trying to find some space, and he stopped. And it looks to be an injury. And he gets up. As now they are in the red zone. They now are on the 17-yard line in Middle Creek territory. 2nd and about 7.
2nd and 7.
A little under 5 minutes to go. And here before the half. Page still leading 14-0. The Middle Creek defense seems to they can't get off the field. As they fake it to Leak. They throw it up, and Overton for the touchdown. Overton gets the touchdown as now he has 2 interceptions, and they're receiving a touchdown for the night. And now Page is looking to go up by 3 scores as they are up 20-0 right now, awaiting the extra point. Kaiser in on the kick. Hyde for the hold. Low snap, and the kick is good. And now the Pirates go up 21-0. We will take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back. As Page scores once again, moving down the field. They scored as Overton has scored for the first time tonight. He's been making a very impact. He's had a big impact on this game, having 2 interceptions. And now he just gets his first receiving touchdown of the night. As Kaiser's in on the kick. He's going to look to send this one deep, kicking it from the 40, and that's a deep kick. And that's going to be Spencer taking it back. He's going to cut across field. He's going to cut up the middle, and he finds open field, and he cuts back. And now he's going to turn on the Jets, and Spencer's going to look to go, and he's gone. He's down the sidelines, and he scores. No, and they're going to call him down right at the 2-yard line. Jonathan Spencer nearly returns it back for a touchdown, as now Middle Creek has woken up. Great play by Spencer. Too bad that you can't review the play. It looks to have been a touchdown, but the refs will call that back, and they're going to say that he's down at the 2. Because we got 9 seconds on the clock, and they're going to have to get on the clock. And they take a quick timeout. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Sports Walk. Welcome back, as Middle Creek had to take a quick timeout after missing a couple people, having only 8 in the game after that long run by Jonathan Spencer. They're going to try to punch it in for the first time tonight here with the greatest field position they've had all night. 1st and goal. Waiting for the clock to run. And now we're set back in play. They're going to hand it off to DeAndre Jones, and he's going to punch it in. As Jones is in the end zone for the first time tonight. And now Middle Creek finds their way onto the board for the first time tonight after a big run by Spencer that set them up at the 2-yard line, and DeAndre Jones punches it in. Now down by 2 scores. East Forsyth and Mallard Creek, which East Forsyth is still leading 14-7 in the second quarter. Jared Shea, Isaiah Herring in on the hold, and the kick is up, and it's good. And there is a late flag after that. The extra point will stand, but there is a flag. And we'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back. As we went to break, the refs threw a flag, and the penalty was a personal foul on Middle Creek. So now those penalty yards will be assessed, and now NCHSAA will be kicking from their own 25-yard line. As that's the first penalty all night for the Mustangs. As we got Leak back deep. Also Gafford. And NCHSAA is going to try to kick it deep here, and that's a deep kick, and he's going to get it to the 20. He's going to take it from his own 19, and he stopped right there. He's going to stop just before he gets to the 30-yard line. As that's Tavon Holland hit on the tackle. As now the Middle Creek defense is going to have to make another stop to get one more score before the half. Now Jones is back out on the field. Level subbing out. Now Overton to the far left. Ellis in the slot. There's not Jones just going to drop back. He's going to go to number 2. That's Faison. He's going to get to the marker, and he's going to get stopped just before he gets to the 50-yard line. Big catch and run by Faison there. They're going to move the chains on that one. That's going to be about a 15-yard gain there. Overton now switching sides. He's on the far left now, far right. As they hand it off to Leak, and Leak is going to get about 4, maybe 5. It's going to be about 2nd and 5. 2nd and 4. Just a little over 3 minutes to go before the half, as the Mustangs are down by 2 scores, 21-7. As they look to stop Page once more. Here on a 2nd and 4. Overton to the far right now. Spencer lined up against him. And Jones is going to drop back as they bring pressure, and Maya misses the tackle, and he flips it to Faison, and he stopped just before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. As now it's going to be a 3rd and 5 as he loses a yard. That's going to go for no gain. 3rd and 4. Middle Creek is trying to get pressure on Jones, but the missed tackle there, the missed sack by George Maya, kind of gave him some room to get out of the pocket, and he just flipped it off to his running back as Leak gets up the middle, and he breaks 2 tackles and breaks 3. And he's going to get extra yards, but now there's a flag. And it's probably going to negate that first down, and that was going to probably come back. As we await the call from Steve Barnes. As this will come back, more likely holding. The Pirates call for their fourth penalty tonight. Had 2 false starts and 3 false starts, and this is their first holding. Well, 2 false starts, and then this will be a second holding call. As now that's coming back for their 4th penalty tonight. 2 minutes to go before the half. Now the Page Pirates are going to go into their 2 minutes drill. 3rd and 11. They're going to replay this down. It's now Overton to the far left. They're going to try to bring the pressure here as Maya's going to cut back, and now he's going to heave it deep. Jones is, and he overthrows him. As now the Mustangs are going to get it back with 1:37 left. We're going to see what they're going to be able to do with this time that they have on their hands. 4th and 11. The Middle Creek defense is starting to show up now as they're looking to get good stops. As now Spencer's back deep, just above the 15-yard line at about the 17. Kaiser in on the punt. Almost blocked. And it's going to bounce, and Spencer's going to take it. And he's going to get past the 20. He's going to cut up down the sidelines. He's going to cut back, and he dodges one. He stays alive, and he's going to keep it going. And he's just tackled before he gets to the 20-yard line. Great play made by Jonathan Spencer. And there's a flag, and it's going to nearly might come back here. As Spencer with the great footwork there. As the rest talking to Coach Ragland, letting him know and Steve Barnes on the call. Just a sideline warning for the offense. And now they're going to start. They're going to take it for the 20 now. As he takes it, he almost took it 80 yards there as he went for about 60 on the punt return. Taking it from his own 20, taking it actually from his own 18. So for about 62 yards. Spencer with a great return now. Middle Creek in great field position. Jones cuts up the middle, and he's going to get about 2. 2nd and 8. Just a little bit under 1:10 to go before the half. Mustangs wasted a little too much time trying to get back to the line. Now on the 18, 2nd and 8, 56 seconds. Awaiting the call. There's Schaffner. He's going to drop back now. He's looking. He can't. He's trying to get out of the pocket. He sheds some people, and he misses. And he's going to get maybe a yard there. And now they've got 38 seconds left, and the clock is going to stop, and the Mustangs are going to take a timeout. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back. As Middle Creek used their last time out here as they got 36 seconds to get it to the end zone. And now we got double receiver set, and Page is having one safety back there. And Schaffner's going to drop back. They're going to bring the pressure. Schaffner, nearly throws a pick, and Matt Schmidt hits him in the shoulder, and he looked to not have wanted to catch it there. As now it's going to be It's going to be 4th and 8, and they're going to look to get a field goal here just to get points on the board. Mallard Creek down 21-10 just before halftime to East Forsyth. As another person is missing. As Herring is in on the hold. And the Pirates will take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back. As the Pirates took a quick timeout, and now Middle Creek is going to come out to kick a long field goal here. As Herring is on the hold, Shea for the kick, and it just made the upright. And now 21-10. As Middle Creek scores once again. And we're going to take one more quick break. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back, and Shea is going to get set for the kick as he just made the field goal, and we got 24 seconds left. That's going to be deep, and that's going to be Leak taking it back, and he's going to try to cut across field, and he's going to find an open hole, but no, he's just stopped just short. 16 seconds left, and Page is probably going to look to kneel it out here. They're going to look to run a play, but they're just going to kneel it, and they're going to sit in at halftime. Possibly not going to take the knee. Oh, no, they are going to take the knee, and they're just going to run up the clock. And that's going to be the half. And as Middle Creek is down 21-10, we will be right back with the Sports Block.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got a Lincoln Navigator, license plate Charlie Mary Yellow 8449. It's a black Lincoln Navigator. You're gonna get towed right now. Please move your car. Charlie Mary Yellow 8449, black Lincoln Navigator.
Welcome back. After a rough first half for the Middle Creek Mustangs, they look to come out here and play great defense on this first possession of the second half for the Pirates. And a little bit of a first half update. Middle Creek has allowed 3 touchdowns, only gaining 1 themselves. They got 3 turnovers. They've had 2 penalties. They have only total rushing yards. They only have 20 total, and total passing yards they only have 38. So the offense has to get it together. And that Shea is going to get set for the kick here. Leak back deep, and that one's going to go a little bit short. Going to go over the head, and that's going to bounce all the way to the 5, and he's going to take it from just the 1-yard line, and he stopped right before he gets to the 15-yard line. Daniel Jackson in there on the tackle. Daniel Jackson there, who has 13 picks this year. School record, leading the nation. And now the Middle Creek defense is going to come out here in the second half and look to get a quick stop and set their offense up in good field position. Jones in the gun. He's going to hand it off to Leak, and Leak is going to try to find a hole, but he's going to get about 3. He's going to get to about the 17-yard line. Second and 8. King back deep at safety. Jones looking down the field, and he finds Ellis the second for the first down. Gain of 10 there. Gets to the 27, about a 10-yard pass there. First and 10 again. We have just now entered a minute into the third quarter. The defense looking to stop the Pirates' offense as they bring the blitz, and they're going to run a quick screen to Faison. And he's going to be about 3 yards short of that first down, and he's going to get about a gain of 7. Second and 3 to about the 40. To about the 36. It's going to be a second and 3 to the 36-yard line. Jones, he hands it off to Leak, and Leak is stopped right before he get back to the line of scrimmage by Xavion Powell. His second tackle tonight. Middle Creek's defense trying to get a stop here on 3rd and 3. We got Overton to the far left, and he's going to look to go to Overton. Overton's going to cut back cross field, and he's going to throw to Overton, and Overton catches the ball, and he's going to make it to Middle Creek territory. He's going to get to the 45. As the yak for Overton is piling up, and it's killing this Middle Creek defense. As he's able to get open, he's finding space, and he's finding holes in this Middle Creek pass defense. As a little bit of zone coverage isn't working for them. Now Overton switching sides to the far out right, to the far out left. Again, they're going to back to Leak, and he's going to dodge 2 tackles. He's going to go at the field, and he's going to get stopped just before he gets to the 15. Now the Pirates are in red zone territory again. There is a flag. And it's going to look to be called holding, and it's going to come back.
Holding.
Holding for the Pirates once again. Now back to the midfield on the 50-yard line. East Forsyth update there. Up 21-17 as Mallard Creek has trying to make a comeback, only down by 4. First and 15. Overton to the far left. Herring on the covers. Looking for Ellis, and they're going to get a sack and a fumble. But it bounces right back into Ellis's hand, into Jones's hands. Singleton nearly got it. And Singleton was in on that tackle. Daniel Jackson almost comes up with a turnover there, and they're going to lose about 2 here as Middle Creek gets its first sack of the game on Jones. Singleton and Jackson with the sack. Half a sack for the both. And Jackson's going to come off the edge, and Leak is going to be stopped. He's going to get about 3 yards. He's going to get to the other side of the 50 to the 47. Now it's going to be about 3rd and 14. No, 3rd and 12. 5-yard game. Middle Creek looking to get a stop here. Because now they got him pinned deep. They got him in 3rd and long, and that's where they want him, but they're going to have to stop there. They're going to have to stop the offense. As Overton to the far left. Herring it on that coverage there. He's going to look downfield. He can't find anybody. He's trying to get out of the pocket, and he throws it across field, and he finds Faison. And Faison's just short of the goal line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Pirates once again. As the Mustangs defense had him on 3rd and 12. And Jones able to get out of the pocket. He finds Faison for the big 3rd down conversion. This Page offense is looking to move downfield, and now for the first time tonight, we're seeing Page going up in a different position. Different formation, and they're going to hand it off, and that's Leak in for the score. 3rd touchdown for Leak tonight. Now Page is going to look to go up 28-10. As they took some of that time off the clock here to start the 4th quarter. Great first possession of the 3rd quarter by the Page Pirates. And there comes the extra point. Kaiser in on the kick. Hyde on the hold. And the kick is up. There's a late flag. There's a flag there. And they're going to call false start, which is going to move this back 5 yards.
False start. Redo try.
They'll move it back to the 7-yard line now. And Kaiser on the kick. Hyde awaiting the hold. Awaiting the snap. And the kick is up. And it's good. And now the Pirates go up 28-10. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. welcome back. As Page is just coming off a quick score. Now they lead 28-10. Page has been looking good all night, and they've been able to shut this Middle Creek team down, who was averaging 43 points per game throughout the playoffs. They've only been held to 10 tonight. That's this Page defense is looking pretty stifling. We've got a pretty stout defense here. And they're going to go for a short kick here. And Shamon Hicks is going to catch it. Fair catch by Shamon Hicks. Down 18 are the Mustangs, and they're going to look to come back and score to match the Pirates' first possession. And they're going to take it from their own 38-yard line to start this drive. 37, correction. 7:43 to go here in the third. Schaffner in the gun formation. Jones in the backfield. They're going to hand it off, and they fake pass it, and Jones is going to get those yards, and he's going to get about 7 here. Pick up about 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3. 6, make it 2nd and 4. Now to the 45. Schaffner going quick pace again, and Jones breaks the tackle, and he's going to get the first down. And he's going to move them to the 47 in Pirate territory. Going quickly they are. Fredrickson and Spencer Schmidt and DeYoung, and Schaffner is hit as number 92 comes in straight off the line. Beats the defender there, and Schaffner was not ready for that. Big hit. That's going to be a big loss. They're going to go back to their own 48 now. Second half, loss of 4. That's Schaffner, and they're going to throw the flag. As the crowd seems to be upset as there was a late hit there on Schaffner. Fans want the flag. We're going to wait the call from Steve Barnes. It's going to be an offsides penalty. So that will be an extra 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 9 now. As Jones goes into motion. Jones gets the carry, and he's going to get most of those yards back. And now that's going to be about a 5-6 yard gain. Third and 4. Now on the 41 in Pirate territory. .17 left in the play clock. Schaffner sends Jones in motion. They're going to bring the blitz here. They're going to run it to Jones, and he's going to get the first down and more. They looked at it, and Coach Rattle's going to stick to the run here as they're going to try to throw the defense off. And they're going to keep forcing the run. But Jones is picking up the yards, and that's going to be another Middle Creek first down. 5:27 to go. Left in the third. 1st and 10. They're going to bring the blitz up the middle again. And Schaffner's going to have to flick it up to Jones, and he's going to get the extra. He's going to get the yardage. He's going to get about 3, maybe 4. And Overton and Smith exchanging words there. Still 28-10 here. They're going to get about 3 yards there. 2nd and 7. On the 33. Fredericks is subbing out. Schmidt in. Young to the far right. And subbing in substitute running backs. Fall again for Jones. Mitchell subbing in. 3 left in the play clock. 1, and they're not going to be able to get the ball off, as they're going to have to use a timeout. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back. As Middle Creek take a quick timeout. Missing some players in on offense. Now they're set. And Middle Creek having plans to make a deep playoff run here as the 1 seed, wanting to make it to the state championship and making it to the state championship, wanting it. But right now, it looks like Page is going to want that more. Now they're going to set Fog in motion as they flicks it up in the air. And Schaffner is going to be incomplete pass. And now it's going to be 4th. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Schaffner looking like he really can't stand up in a pocket anymore, as the offensive line is letting the pressure get to Schaffner. And now he's going to drop back again, and they're going to bring the blitz. He's got time. He finds Matt Schmidt. He gets the catch. He's going to go down the field. He makes it, and that's a great block there. And that's probably going to come back, and it's going to be a hold. Schmidt did complete the pass, but it's probably going to come back, and then they're going to call a hold on, looks to be Fredrickson in on the hold. Barnes on the call. It's going to be holding, and it's going to be against the Middle Creek offense. That one's going to hurt them. That's going to be their 3rd penalty tonight. But it will stay a 1st down. And they're going to move the chains. Middle Creek still in scoring position with 4:17 to go in the 3rd. But if they want to catch up, they're going to have to score quickly. Trip set, bunch formation. Schaffner going to have to roll out, and he's going to be sacked. And it's beginning to look like that Middle Creek is starting to let it go a little bit. As Schaffner really can't breathe in the pocket anymore. He's not getting the time that he wants to find his receivers. As Jones subs in, Schmidt and Young to the far out left. They're going to hand it off to Jones, and Jones is stopped right at the line. And he's going to lose a couple more there. It's going to be about 3rd and about 14. This Middle Creek offense isn't looking too good right now. And they're going to have to really get the ball. They're going to have to get it to the pass to 30, and he's going to get a deep pass, and Derek Young gets the score. That's Schaffner with a beautiful pass, and he finds Derek Young in the end zone for the touchdown with 3 minutes left to go in the third, and now Middle Creek scores another one. Schaffner, who's been struggling all night, he finally finds his receiver in the end zone. Great pass by Schaffner. And in these types of games, you never want to get too high, you never want to get too low. And now Shea with the extra point, and it's good. Now down 28-17. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back. Coming off of a scoring drive with Schaffner finding Derek Young in the end zone for a great 24-yard pass. 3 minutes to go here in the third. Now, Middle Creek down 11, and Shea with the deep kick. He's going to take it from about his own 4-yard line. And big, and that's going to be a block in the back, as there's going to be a penalty flag down at about the 15-yard line. As Austin is going to be the one called for it, the sophomore. That's going to move them back. They would have good field position if it wasn't for that wasn't for that flag there. It could be a legal block in the back. And that's going to move them very deep in their own territory. Now they're going to be taking it from the 8-yard line. Now they're going to take it from their own 8-yard line. One safety back deep. Jackson's going to look to come in. Oh, no, he's going to drop back. Now the screen pass to Faison, and he's going to get only maybe 3 yards there. 2nd and 7. He's going to get it to about the 11-yard line. 4-yard gain. He's going to get to the 12. Down 11 here are the Mustangs. There still may be some hope here for the Mustangs, as the defense is going to try to look to get off the field as quickly as they can to shut the offense back up. As we got Overton to the far left. And a clear penalty. Mental mistake by the Mustangs there, as he had 2 people jump off sides. And that's going to be an extra 5, and now it's going to be 2nd and 1. Now it's going to be 2nd and 1. 2:43 to go here in the third. Clear mental penalty, and they're going to probably look to run the ball here. They're going to feed it to Leak. As Leak is going to take it, and he's going to get the first down and more. And he's going to almost break a tackle, and Isaiah Herring brings him down after getting past the 40-yard line. Page's offense is doing a great job moving down the field. Overton, who hasn't really touched the ball very much in the second half to start with. Eventually he'll look to get the ball, and Jones in the gun again. Trip set. Overton to the far left. They're going to fake it to Leak. They're looking for Overton. And he steps back and he throws it across the middle. And he didn't get it to his intended receiver, which looked to have been Overton. That's his first target so far in the second half. Now it's 2nd and 10. Middle Creek trying to get as much pressure as they can to Jones. Overton out to the far left again. Ellis the second in the slot. Man, they're going to hand off to Leak, and Leak is going to find some yardage, and he's going to get about 5, maybe 6. And it's going to look to be about 3rd and 4. I'll look to get to the 49 here for the first down. Page back at it. Ellis is second in the slot again. Overton, deep left. They're going to hand it to Leak again, and he's going to be stopped right before he breaks the tackle, and he's going to cut upfield, and he's going to turn on the Jets, and he cuts back inside, and he's going to just be down before he gets to the 20-yard line. As we looked to have been stopped in the backfield, but he breaks 2 tackles to get to the 21. The defense again missed tackles, not helping them very much in this game. Still down 11. They're going to want to get a turnover here. Mallard Creek now only down 4, still in the 3rd. And Carey has won 63-51 and proven to 6-0 on the season in men's basketball. Jones drops back. He's looking. He's going to throw it down the field, and he's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Intended for Overton there. On the 22. 59.3 seconds to go here before the end of the 3rd. Still down 11. 2nd and 10. Phasing it Overton to the far left side. Ellis the second. Jones dropping back. He's looking Overton's way. He can't find anybody. They can't get pressure to him. And he just throws it right there. And it's going to be incomplete. And no flag. And Connor Chewinski was in there on the Weinberg in there on the stop. On the deflection. Now 3rd and 10. Middle Creek doing a great job so far. Now they're going to try to get the one stop, try to force a field goal, and go down 2 scores. Over to the far left. Matt Jones goes over, and he throws overboard there. Incomplete pass, and there's a late flag. As a side judge throws a late flag there. A very late flag there, and it might be called, this might be defensive PI, pass interference on the defense. With 45 seconds left here in the 3rd. And it's going to stay, and it's going to stand as a pass interference. It's going to be a Page first down. Now it's 1st and goal inside the 15-yard line. As Jones is back out. He's got Overton to the far left. Phasing in motion. He hands it to Leak. Leak is going to get about 4 there. Possibly 5. Going to be about 2nd and 5 here. As time is winding down here in the third. To the 11. And they're just going to look to run a timeout here. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter as Page is up by 11, 28-17. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. And welcome back as we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. The Middle Creek defense in position to looking like that Page is in position to score here. Inside the 10-yard line on the 7. Giving up 28 points. Jones. And there was some movement up front that Xavier Powell was going to get called for a encroachment penalty. Second and goal. Now we're going to go.
On the dig. After this, 2 goals.
Right now we're going to start replay first down here. Now it's 1st and goal. Jones going to hand it off to Leak, and Leak is almost tackled there. And there's a missed tackle, and he stopped just before he gets to the goal line. 2nd and goal now.
By 25, Daniel Jackson.
Now at the 2-yard line. As Page is in prime position to score once again. Third and goal here. As they're going to hand off the Leak, and Leak breaks the tackle and gets into the end zone for the 4th time tonight. They score once again now, up 34-17. Page just piling it on here. Down nearly 3 scores. The Mustangs going to look to try to make the 4th quarter magic here. And they're just looking like they don't want it anymore, and that's going to be good. As now the Pirates go up 35-17. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back. As Page has scored once again, they have scored their 5th touchdown tonight. The running back Leak, who has accounted for 4 of those 5 touchdowns. Overton having the other one. Down up 35-17, up 18 again. 11:15 to go here in the 4th. And Middle Creek really needs a big play to set it up again, and they're gonna try to return it. And he's gonna be stopped just before they get to the 30-yard line. Schaffner is gonna try to come out here and lead the troops once again. Gonna see if they can put it in the end zone. Spencer is Schmidt and Hickson. Bunch formation. Young to the far right, to the far left. They're bringing a blitz, and Schaffner's gonna have to roll out right. He finds, and he's just short of the receiver. That's Jake Fort. No, Shaman Hicks. Correction, sorry. No, it's Jake Fort. Jake Fort was the intended receiver there. The young is Schmidt to the far left. Spencer and Fort lined up next. And Schaffner throws it across the middle, and he throws an interception. His 3rd interception tonight, as DeAndre Overton has got his 3rd interception tonight. The 4th Middle Creek turnover tonight, and Dominic Schaffner just had an off game tonight. Not used to seeing this Middle Creek offense playing not so good tonight. Now the Middle Creek defense back out on the field once again. And Page is going to look to probably just run the ball here, just to run time off the clock. In good field position again, starting from 35. They play action fake. He throws it across the middle, and that's a great touchdown. Faison with the nice TD catch. 30-yard pass from Jones to Faison. Now up. Scoring their 6th touchdown tonight. Up 41-17. Now up 24. Second largest margin that Middle Creek has been down so far this season. And when you're a 1 seed and you're looking to play for a state championship, not a good way to come out this way. And we'll be right back with the Sports Block, 42-17. Welcome back as the Mustangs give up another touchdown. 42-17. The Pirates lead. 10:52 to go here in the 4th. And the Mustangs, it's been hard for them tonight. They really haven't played this bad. They really haven't played not so great tonight, but this has been their first game all year where they haven't played so well. They were behind against Wakefield to begin the season, but they really haven't looked so well tonight. And they're emotionally distraught, and they're gonna have to find some way to regroup. And now the offense back on the field. Jones subbing out. Mitchell in at the running back position. Young, Schmidt, Jones. Schaffner in the gun position. Now they're going to really have to pass the ball, and he's going to get out of the pocket for the first time tonight. He actually finds some yardage, and they get a first down. As Middle Creek gets another first down tonight. Schaffner with the run there, gaining about 11. Now to the 45. Schaffner's going to drop back once again. They're bringing a blitz. He finds, and he just throws it past Ashton Mitchell. Mitchell attended on the play. Throws it behind him. Now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Can't find his receiver, and he finds Spencer over the middle. Overton, he beats Overton down the sideline. He cuts back cross field. He breaks another tackle. Spencer, he's going to get to about the 27. And there is a flag on the play. Second and 10. Still waiting the flag. And the flag will be waved off as there was no penalty on the play. And this will continue to be a first down. Not the way that the Mustangs really wanted to come out and play tonight. They wanted to come out fast-paced. But those 3 early turnovers to start the first quarter really hurt them. And now they're starting to fall. They're really starting to fall behind now. Schaffner, empty formation, and now so we have timeout by the Pirates. Pirates lead 42-17. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back. As Page took their first time out of this game, or first time out of the second half. 10:23 here to go in the fourth. Schaffner, empty receiver, empty back set. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Schaffner, they're bringing the blitz, and he's going to throw it deep, and he's got. That's going to be a touchdown. That's Shamon Hicks with the catch. Schaffner with a deep pass there. And Shamon Hicks gets the touchdown. Now up 20, scoring 23 here now. And the Mustangs are going to stay out on the field. Now they're going to go for 2 here. And now Mallard Creek is inching closer to East Forsyth, only down one 28-27 in the fourth quarter. Looks to be a good game out there. And the Pirates are going to try to play the keep away here. with these 2 points. The 2-point conversion as Schaffner's going to roll out right. He's looking, and he can't find anybody as he's sacked. And the try is no good. Now they're down 42-23. Down by 19 now. With 10-17 to go. And we'll be right back with the Sports Block. And welcome back. As Middle Creek is coming off their touchdown score, and they're going to look to go onside kick here. As now the Creek Crazies are finding something to celebrate for, as it's going to be onside kick, and Page recovers. And now this Middle Creek defense is going to come back out on the field. Defense is going to have to get a quick stop if they want the ball back, and they're going to have to try to score one more time. The defense, for the first time in a long while, hasn't forced any turnover tonight. Had a couple of chances, but they were called back. Defense has been giving up a lot of rushing yards. Also, through the air, they've been getting beat also. They're getting beat both ways. This Leak cuts up field, and he's down the sidelines, and no one's going to catch him, but no, he just steps out. As he steps out just before he gets past the 20-yard line. Well, it steps out at about the 33. Jones in. First and 10 for the 33. They're going to hand it off the Leak again, and he finds another hole as he's going to get about 3, maybe 2 yards there. About 2nd and 7. We have just now reached under the 10-minute mark in the fourth quarter. 9:45 to go here. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 8, correction. It's going to be a pistol formation here now. Jones. They're going to hand off the Leak one more time, and he's going to be stopped before he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's going to be about 3rd and 8. Nine minutes to go. Now we have reached the 9-minute mark here in the third, and now it's gonna be 3rd and 8. The Middle Creek defense trying to get this Page team off the field as quickly as they can. Overton he's only had one target so far here in the second half. They're gonna drop back there. They're gonna head it off the Leak, and Leak's gonna find a hole. As there's gonna be that, and there's a flag. There was a holding.
There is a flag on the play.
There's a another flag on the play as that was completed, but this will be negated. He was holding on the Pirates. Clear as day, and they're going to repeat third down. Eight and a half minutes to go here in the fourth. And we're going to go from 3rd and 8 now to about 3rd and 16.
Please turn play clock on. The clock will be collected.
And a stoppage of play here. And they're going to toss it to Leak, and Leak's going to try to bounce outside, and there's going to be another flag on the play as Tavon Hollins in on that tackle, and he cuts him off. Page piling up with the penalties.
Holding.
Do you want me to take that?
The offense.
Yeah, there's another holding call called back on the Pirates. The ball was, and the penalty was declined.
Take it? All right, tell me if you want me to take it.
This is going to be 4th down now. For the 16, as they're going to go for punt block here, and that's going to be kicked short. And it's a fair catch called by Juvie Spencer. And now they're going to take it from about their own 10. Going to have to go the length of the field again, and there's been an injury on the play. And that's going to be a Pirate, and there's going to be a Page Pirate down there. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back. As we had a quick injury timeout there. It was a Pirate down. And it's going to be a bunch formation here. And Schaffner's back at the quarterback. Jones in at the running back position. They're going to run a toss play, and they're going to cut back field here. Ashton Mitchell's going to get back to the line of scrimmage as he makes one miss. And he's going to get the more yards. He's going to get about 6, a gain of 6 there. As that play looked to have been stopped. We're going to get a gain of 6. And going to go about 2nd and 4. Correction, Spencer on the carry. 7. We're reaching the 7.5 minute mark here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 2, as that was an 8-yard gain. Middle Creek down 19. Time still right off the clock. Trip set. And he's going to look, and he can't get out of the pocket, and he's sacked. As the pressure has been getting to Schaffner all night. He's been sacked for the 4th time tonight. It's going to be about third and 5 now. About a loss of 3. 7, loss of 5. Empty back set. Chip set on the 3-receiver set on the left side. They're going to go across the middle as Ashton Mitchell just drops the ball, hits him right in the hands, and he drops it. And now the Mustangs are going to have to go for it here with 6:42 to go. Now fourth and 7. Mitchell, Hicks, and Spencer on the left side. On the right side. Schmidt and Young to the far out right, for the far out left. And there is a flag on the play. As there was no flag, stoppage of play, 4th and 7. And this is going to keep the game here. Schaffner's going to throw it deep, and it's almost picked, and it's going to be incomplete. And that's going to pretty much nearly end. We're nearing the end here as the defense is going to have a short field to work with this Pirates offense on their own 10-yard line. In Middle Creek territory on the Middle Creek 10. Up 19 are the Pirates. Overton to the far left. Leak gets it again. He cuts back, and he's going to bounce outside, and he finds the end zone. Nope, and he's going to be downed, and he's going to be downed out of the 1-yard line. As he looks at got his 5th score tonight. .628 here to go in the 4th. 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1-yard line. Pistol formation. They're going to give it to Leak here. And Leak is going to find the end zone for the 5th time tonight, as he has pretty much torched this Middle Creek defense. So they score once again for their 7th touchdown tonight. Leak being his 5th touchdown. Now up 25. Looking to go up 26. Kaiser in on the kick. Hyde on the hold. And that's going to be good. And now the Pirates up 49-23. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Switch Block. welcome back. As Page scored once again, and they're going to look to go short kick here. And down 26, 49 to 23, the Pirates lead. 6:25 left to go in the quarter. And Kaiser's going to kick this up high, and it's going to be real short. And they're going to take it. They're going to return it here, and they're going to get to the 40. And it's going to be a chip out there, and it's look to be a little bit of a tussle there. As the Mustangs are still getting a little bit of emotional here. They're letting the Pirates get to them. .6:23 to go. 4 receivers on the right. And the refs discussing. Three receivers set to the right, empty back, 2 to the left. Schmidt, Jones, and they're going to bring the blitz again, and they're going to run a quick pass, and that's tipped up in the air. 2nd and 10, try to run a quick screen pass, Schaffner did. Jones in the backfield once again. And Schaffner's can't find anybody, and he's just going to go down for the 5th time tonight. And he loses 6 on the play. 3rd and 16. And the Middle Creek offense hasn't been able to get out of blocks the whole game. They've been struggling all night. And there goes the pressure again, and he loses the ball as it goes behind Matt Schmidt. Now 4th and 16. They're going to stay out on the field once again. Coach Ragland really doesn't have much to lose here. As they're going to go for it on 4th once again. Schmidt shifting. And Schaffner's going to drop back here on 4th down. Goes across the middle, and he's just short of the 1st down. As that was complete to Derek Young, but he's real shy. He's just short, and Page will get the ball back. Turnover on downs. He was just about a yard or 2 short. And that might be the last time we will see this Middle Creek offense. We may see them once more. But they have played a great season this year. Maybe not the way they wanted to go out in this game, but they've had a great year. So all year they went undefeated. To have their first loss here, just a game before the state championship. And number 42 is going to be in here. That would be Boy Capers, who is a senior. And he's going to get about 2 yards. And Mallet Creek still keeping it close against East Forsyth. Down 1 still, 28-27. And Overton to the far left. They're going to hand it off to Caber there. They're going to switch it in now. It's going to be number 25. That's going to be Page on the carry. Going to be another 2-yard carry. It's going to be about 3rd and 7. And Page on their way to a big win here. Upset, well, really not an upset, as they were the favorites to come into this game, but they come in here, come into the Mustangs' house. They did a great job on defense. The offense was really moving. They were clicking on all cylinders. And as Boyd Capers fumbles the ball, but Page recovers. The Page offense has really been moving. They've done what they can. It's going to be a first down, and it's just going to take more time off the clock. But Page has done a great job coming in here, playing great defense, who was actually giving up 24 points per game coming into this throughout the playoffs. But they've done a great job. The Middle Creek defense has done what they can. Even though giving up 49 points, they've done what they can to play a great game. And Jones is gonna hand it to Page again. Just the time slowly ticking away here to the end of the Mustang season. And Page is in there again. And they're going to hand it to Page again, and he's going to find space, and he's going to be downed. He's going to gain about 7 here. It's going to get about, maybe he's going to be 3rd and 2.
Need Price, Alfred, please go to the concession stand.
3rd and 5. He's going to get about gaining 4.
Report to the concession stand.
And they're going to run it here one more time. As Page gets it one more time, and that's going to be another Page first down. Time slowly ticking away. We got 2:11. Now the clock restarted. 2:11 here left in the 4th. First and 10, once again for the Pirates. 1:50 left in the 4th. And they're probably going to call a false start here, as that was flag was. First and 15 for these Pirates. And they head off the Page, and no, Jones keeps it for himself, and he's going to be just short of the first down, and the ball comes out. Oh, no. The ball is being ripped out by Sargent. But there was a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
It's going to be a holding call.
Please take it out.
It's going to be a replay of second down, 2nd and 15. A second and 25. And he's stopped. That's number 10, actually. That's Hyde in that quarterback now, the senior quarterback. And now we've just got a minute to go. We're going to run about 2 more plays here before this game will end. And this regional final looked to have been a good one, but Page came out of the blocks on fire, and they stayed that way the whole game, and they've done a great job taking it to this Middle Creek team who was undefeated, and they gave them their first loss of the year, and that's number 42 in on the carry. That's Capers again. They got 25 seconds, and that's going to be the last play of this game. And we all want to congratulate the Middle Creek Mustangs for having a great season. Unfortunately, it comes to an end here, but we congratulate them for having a great season. They've done a good job. They went undefeated. They were conference champions this year, and it's good that they fought here. They made a deep playoff run, and they just fell a game short, and hopefully we'll be back here next year, and we have many more broadcasts for you to come. Have many more broadcasts to come to you. So we got last one for the football season. We got basketball coming up, and we just want to congratulate the Mustangs one more time. We congratulate Page for making their way to the state championship, and they will be playing the winner of the Mallard Creek and East Forsyth game, as Mallard Creek is still down by 1. And we thank you, and we'll be right back. And thank you for this broadcast.